Y ahora sí me encuentro acá en una entrevista, una segunda entrevista con alguien que logró fama mundial tras haber sido miembro de la formación clásica de los Scorpions. Obviamente ha pasado también por las filas de otro Scorpion con Michael Schenker haciendo lo del templo. Y sus canciones como Blackout, Tiempos de Cambio y Aún Te Amo han sonado en las radios, siguen sonando en las radios, siguen sonando en las listas públicas y privadas, y bueno, y personales obviamente. Grabó una decena de discos, más de una decena de discos con los Scorpions, grabó más de una decena y, perdón, y con el que es el Drums tachado y Love. Así que bueno, él es nada más y nada menos que Herman Rarebell. Herman, my brother, how are you doing?
Hello, how are you? Lucas, long
Good.
time.
Yeah, have been a while.
Yes, you know.
Yeah,
How's everything today?
It's gloomy. It's a gloomy day. It's unusual because LA is sunny all the time, but we have like a London type of weather right now.
Oh, good, good.
Where are you now?
I'm right now in Munich, because I'm on the promotion trip for my new album. So I'm in Munich. I will be tomorrow in Stuttgart. From there, I go to Hamburg, and then I fly back to England on next Monday. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, I was introducing your new album. What About Love? Tell us about the new album.
Well, What About Love is the single on the album. And on this album, you can hear some old friends of mine and some really famous musicians. There is Bob Daisley, who played bass for Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath for a long time. There's my friend Howard Leese, who played for Heart many, many years. And Heart had a big hit with this song, What About Love, back in the 80s. My favorite time, by the way. And then I have the original writer from this song, also Jim Valance, who plays in the video piano. You can see him too.
Yeah.
Then I have on the singer is Michael Voss, who works all the time for Michael Schenker as a producer. Also, he was our singer in Temple of Rock, a band I had with Michael Schenker about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So this is a very good lineup. I have also a new girl singer I found. Her name is Vanessa van der Voss. Great singer. You can see him in the videos. Please go to my website, hermanrarebell.com. Then you can check all those things out. And the album is obviously out now, and I'm promoting it.
Yeah. You can get it physically, digitally, obviously, right?
Yeah, everywhere now.
Why you chose? Yeah.
But go.
No, why you chose What About Love? What that song for the album and for the first single?
It's called, also the album was called What About Love, because all the musicians on there, we thought we bring the message of love back to the world again, because there's too much hate around us. So we thought, we should give some thoughts about all the things, how we plan our future, because the way as we're going now with all those hate around it, I'm deeply worried about it. This is not going to end good. And I don't want to go there yet, I'm too young. So the whole world is gone completely crazy at the moment. So we have to sit down again and talk to each other, and figure out talking. A war or bombs never was a good solution, as we know out of history. It always ended terrible, with millions of people dead. So now is the time to sit really down and talk, Otherwise, we're going to run in something terrible. And this is something I'm trying to stop.
It's funny because we were talking before the interview, and we were talking about this. How society is disconnected, right?
Thank you. Where are songs like Mansion? You remember the John Lennon song Mansion is still, by the way, the most played single in the world is Imagine.
Imagine. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Yes,
I know. Yeah, I know you are you love 80s. To me, 80s was the best times for music ever. There's great times all over the decades, but still 80s, we still listen in 80s music, and generations keep coming, and they are still listening 80s.
They were also golden years, because all the hits I had in the 80s, with the Scoprions, and as with Rocky Like a Hurricane, I wrote the lyrics, then Blackout, all those songs, became huge. in the 80s. And the band became also very big. We played most of the time in the 80s in big stadiums, or we played on big tours like the Monsters of Rock tour then, which was with Van Halen, Metallica, us, and bands like this. Imagine, this was a fantastic time. This was in 1988. We also played the Moscow Music Peace Festival in 1989. On it was Motley Crue, John Bon Jovi, Ozzy Osbourne, then the band from Russia was called Gorky Park, So there was a lot of Skid Row was on there too, and Cinderella. So it was a really, really, really good festival. Also John Bon Jovi, So the lineup was fantastic. And at that time, we thought we ended the Cold War between the East and the West, because a few months later, in Berlin, the wall fell down, and we released a video called Wind of Change. And in the video, you can see the famous handshake between President Gorbachev and President Reagan from the United States. And then it was peace suddenly. So we figured, oh, nice, the wind of change has really happened. And we did this song, so we felt like we were indirectly even responsible for all this. But when I look at it now, it's just like ever, like those old hate always came back, and people gone completely, as you said, out of control, me, and fuck you, This is the I can see everywhere now.
Yeah. Why you think 80s is the best decade for music?
I made 12 songs from the 80s, which are my favorite 12 songs of all time. And I think the songs I picked, like a hymn from Foreigner, for example, I picked this quote, I want to know what love is. I think songs like this, you're going to hear in 100 years from now. Also, Rock You Like a Hurricane will be something you're going to hear in the next 100 years, I'm 100% sure. And all those songs which I picked also some heavy songs like Here I Go Again, because we toured many years with Whitesnake, as you know. I picked a good song for my old friend Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love, and I made a very heavy version because, as you know, I'm a heavy drummer. So I had a lot of fun making this album with my friends on high quality. And now probably we're going to tour it very soon, Let's see what happens with it. Yeah,
great.
Thank you.
Great. I was going to ask you that I know you are playing drums, and that we've seen other drummers with health problems. How do you deal with that?
With my health?
No, health with this health. The back pain and
No, nothing. My secret is very simple. I have a little dog, okay, and every morning I walk with this dog 3-4 miles, and then this is for me very good. Then I go downstairs in my studio and I play drums for 1 hour only, but powerful. So I'm completely sweating away. This is better than any workout, any fitness studio. Believe me, do it and you will see what I mean. And that is what you have to do when you get older. You just have to keep fit,
Yeah.
In England, they call me, I'm a cheap drunk, they call me, because after 2 glasses of white wine, for example, I'm drunk, Before, in the 80s, when I was about 30, 29, 28, 2 bottles, then I would feel something, but 2 glasses. But this is what happens. The body changes when you become older, So you cannot handle all this stuff anymore. If I do a heavy drinking night, I can feel it 3 days in my body.
Right.
So I just leave it,
Yeah. Talking about health, I remember, have you ever met James Kotak, right?
Yeah, of course. He's dead. He died.
He passed away. Yeah. How was your relationship with him?
I liked him very much. I was very surprised when he passed away because I couldn't understand why, And as far as I know, that he didn't depart from the Scoprions like he wanted to, I think they fired him, So I think this for him a big shock. And I think also this of maybe in the end he wasn't interested in life anymore after all this, I don't know. It's only speculation, but I don't think he was happy in the end. This is my feeling.
Right. Do you collect anything?
No, only the early days when we did the Monsters of Rock Festival. He played then in the band called Kingdom Come, and this was the first time when we met each other,
Yeah.
And when I departed from the band 1996, they said to me, do you have any idea for a replacement for you? I said, yes, take James Potak. Remember, we met him at the Monsters of Rock tour, and we became friends then. I got on with him really good, you know. And then I told him on the telephone, and in 1996, I think, take this job because my mind had been made up. I want to go because I didn't want to go in the direction now of Wind of Change. Wind of Change is a great song, but I'm a heavy rock drummer, you know. I didn't want to end up playing ballads for the rest of my life. Another one came after, was called You and I. It reached only the German charts, you know, I think top 20 or something like this. But it doesn't matter. I didn't want to go in that direction. The last good album for me was Face the Heat, which was produced by Bruce Fairbairn. That was the last one, but anything after that was not my taste, okay? And I'm glad, you know, I left then because I didn't want to go in this direction, you know?
Right.
And also, you know, after I left, there was no more hits, you know, that's it.
Right. Yeah, well, it's my favorite album, Face the Heat.
Yeah, no, my favorite album is the early one where Michael played on Love Drive. I think that's a killer album when we started out. Then also Blackout, I love very much. And the very first album when I joined them in 1977 is called Taken by Force. And on this album, there is one of Uli Roth's songs, you know, it's called Sails of Sharon. This is for me a typical Scorpion heavy song. This is the direction I really like, you know. Play heavy, but still very good stuff, you know.
Great. Well, last question. Do you have any collection? Do you collect anything or drums, CDs, anything?
No, not really, you know. My life is too fast, you know. When I store things in places, and most of it gets I find in my life gets lost of all the many times I moved, you know. In the early years, it was easy because I had 2 suitcases, so that was no big problem, and 1 drum. But nowadays, with all the stuff we came together all over the years, you know, and you move it from A to B. Imagine me moving now from Germany or from England. I moved to Argentina, for example. The whole thing. I wouldn't move nothing. I would just go there and buy everything new, you know, because nowadays it's cheaper to buy new than transport all this over the whole sea for 6 weeks. It would be in a container. It would arrive in Argentina and everything would be fucked up, you know, or stolen. It's the truth. That's how it is now. So I don't bother with those things, you know. If I would really have to move, you know, then I would just go in a country where I can buy all those stuff. IKEA, for example. You give me $10,000, I buy a whole house with furniture, no problem.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to say to your fans?
Say thank you for all the years you supported me. You know, I'm an old man now, and I hope I can see you before God takes me. You know, so I think, you know, I would like to come with this new song, "What About Love," and go on tour with Howard and with Bob. You know, and we take it from there. You know, nowadays it's too hard for me to plan because the whole world is in chaos, you know.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Well,
but the music hasn't changed, you know. It's still in my heart, and I'm very happy if I can make you all happy with my music. I hope you like that new ballad. What About Love? Think about it. We should change our attitude from hate to love. This is what my message is to you today.
Well, your message is being heard, and it's amazing. You chose that song, which is powerful, and the message is powerful. And thank you for all the creativity, all the passion. You know, I appreciate all the music. For being here. For all your fans, will be through my voice telling you thanks.
But send them all my love, you know, and hopefully we see each other at the concert soon. You know, that is my wish.
Herman Rarebell con ustedes. Ahí seguimos.
Bye, Lucas. See you soon. Okay, stay healthy. Bye now. Bye, my friend.